You're going up in smoke, your world. Enjoy it. Enjoy the sun, even though the sun hates your guts. And you get malignant melanoma and you have to wear sunblock. Enjoy the stuff what hates your guts. And it says here, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. And his hand, the hand of man, is betwixt his heel. What does that mean? That means when we call Jesus Christ comes out, a black guy, we're going to take you whitey down. Because you got your military, that's how you rule, by the sword, you got your military. We're going to take you down when Christ comes, a black guy. He's got his military, and his military is going to squash your little tanks and your little Exocet and your little Apache, Comanche, and your aircraft carriers and your Exocet missiles, and all that's going to get put away when the Lord comes. Yeah, he's going to twist it up like it's tin foil, because that's how you rule with your weapons. Your sword, your blessing is to live by the sword. And what did it say? He that live by the sword shall die by the sword. And that's coming. First you're going to fight your big brother, Russia. You're going to fight the Russians. And it says, let's read on. Says, and Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife because she was barren, and the Lord was entreated of him. See that his wife was barren, she couldn't have children. So he went to sort a prophet, yeah? And the prophet was entreated of him, so she got pregnant. And it says here, and Rebekah, his wife, conceived. And the children struggled together within her. Right, so these babies, these twins, what was inside of her, were fighting. This is the black man and the white man. That's why we're never going to get on. Never. White is always hating us, and he's going to keep hating us. It's like I said, you don't love people. You can't love someone and do this to them, right? You can't love somebody and do this to them. This is what hate. This is what people do when they hate someone. They put them in slavery. Okay? So it's said. And the children struggled together within her. And she said, if it be so, why am I thus? This is biblical, yeah? So she had these two babies struggling within her, yeah? The white man and the black man. This is history. You'll never love black people. And we're not supposed to love you, even though we love white people. Our people love white people, especially our women, walking around with a white woman's hair in her head, you know, bleaching her skin to look like the white woman, Beyonce and Rihanna. We're supposed to hate white, just like he hates us. Yeah? And the children struggled together within her. She said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord. And the Lord said to her, 2 nations are in thy womb. Yeah? 2 nations are in thy womb. 2 nations are in thy womb. The so-called white man and the so-called black man. Who is the father, the black man, is the father of the 12 tribes of Israel. Okay? You know the ones you put in slavery? The blacks, Hispanics and Native Indians, when the white men went over there and stole his land, they stole America. Amerigo Vespucci went over there, raped, robbed and murdered those and stole it. Right? And that's why the Lord is coming now, and he's going to gather his people. When this place falls apart, when there's no more food in these shops. Yeah? So-called crackers going into slavery. Okay? And it says, the children struggled together within her. She said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord. And the Lord said to her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated. Now the mannerisms are different. The white man's different from the black man. The white man likes little boys. Yeah, and the white woman is a lesbian and he's a homosexual. He's into bestiality. Yeah? Black men like women. But nowadays, because we're around them, they've even turned black men into homosexuals and our women into lesbians. But we've been around them too long. Even the animals now, the male dogs jump on male dogs. Because this man, his vibration is just totally wicked. Yeah? Painting up their bodies like, I don't know. That's all kind of madness. Who's going to paint up their bodies like that, man? The Lord said, make no marks. And we follow stuff like that. We do stuff like that, putting tattoos all over our body. But the Lord said we're not supposed to mark our body up because it don't belong to us. So at the end of the day, the Caucasian man's going into slavery with his woman. Yeah? Both of them are going to pick peas and pick cotton, just like we had to do. But they're going to work harder. Yeah? And it says, and there were twins in her womb, and they shall be separated. Why do we need to be separated? Because the white man's always going to want to kill us. Because he hates us. He's got a staunch hatred for us. Why? Because of the blessing. The blessing is to rule the world forever. The black man gets to rule forever. The white man only gets 3 cracks at it. And you're in your 3rd crack now. You had the Greeks, the Romans, then you had the rebirth, the Renaissance. We're in the rebirth of the Roman Empire. That's why in order to be a lawyer, you've got to learn Latin terms. The plugs, the name Latin. To be a pilot, you have to learn Latin. Yeah? White boys, your day's numbered. Yeah? And it says, separate, and one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. So when the white boy comes out first, he's going to have to serve us. You see? He's going to have to serve us. Yeah? And it says, and the first came out red. This is the Bible telling us. The first one came out red. So you're the Edomites. You're the ones that God hates. You're the Edomites. God hates your guts. Right? And then you put us in slavery. God's chosen. So you're going to go into slavery. As you can. And it says, the elder shall serve the younger, and when her days shall be delivered, behold, there were twins in her womb, and the first came out red. You devils, you came out red as hell. Yeah? The Edomites, you come out red. Yeah? And then it says, and the first came out red, all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. Esau means wasted away is he. What is wasted away on him? His pigmentation. Yeah? His pigment's wasted. That's why he needs suntan lotion. Right? He needs to block the sun rays, because otherwise the sun rays burn them. That's why they got to wear factor 50. They're the Edomites, they're cursed. with no melanin in their flesh. They're cursed people. They're wicked as all hell. Yeah? They eat raw meat. They rape, rob, and murder. They're the Edomites. They put people in slavery and they walk around like they're so righteous and just. Yeah? But your days are numbered. Thus saith the Bible. They're numbered. You're coming to the end of your rulership. When Russia launched those missiles on you, they got it pointed directly at England as we speak. Because you're funding the Ukrainians. Yeah? And you're going to get blown up. Blown to smithereens. And it says, and the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. You white people are not English. You're Edomites. Have you heard of Esau before, sir?
Esau?
Yeah. Have you read the Bible? Have you read the Bible before?
No.
You've never read the Bible? Do you believe in God?
No.
That's right, because you're not supposed to. You know why?
No.
Because you're an Edomite.
Go
You was
on.
created to be
Them's
wicked.
fighting words.
Yeah, you were created to be wicked.
That's where I disagree.
Why? What righteousness have you done on the earth? Tell me one righteous thing the white man's done on the earth.
Hang on. Whoa, two things.
So-called white
Two
man.
things. You're filming this, right?
No, you ain't on there. You're over there. You ain't on there.
I think you got my audio.
Huh?
You
No,
got my audio.
I'm asking you, what righteous thing has a white man done on the earth? Name me five. Right, name me two things.
Hang on. You wanted one, now you wanted five. When you
No,
wanted
I
three.
said two. Name me two. Name me two righteous things a white man.
We're debating.
Huh?
Right, hang on. Let's start from first principles. How you defining righteous?
Godly. Things what God said to do. Don't eat pork. Don't rape, rob, murder. Don't sell people.
That's not really righteous, is it? That's just the absence of wrongness.
It's righteous. Doing righteous. Not selling someone is being righteous. Not cutting babies out of women's belly is righteous. So who done these things?
Well, I mean, I'm not sure quite how black and white fits into
Who done this then? I'll ask you. Who done this?
White people.
Right. So was this righteous?
No, of course not.
Did you know this is in the Bible? You said it was going to happen.
No, I don't.
Yeah, but this is predicted that you white people is going to put us in slavery, right? Build your society, 400 to 500 years of free labour, then call us all kind of names. Oh, did you watch? Are they watching football over there? Did you watch when England got to the final?
Racism is
No,
bad.
I'm asking you. I'm asking you a question. It's all right. Don't jump the gun. I'm asking you. See,
Don't John goes, it's funny. That's
Right,
fine.
that's funny. Did you watch the European Championship?
I think so. We're
You
talking
got
about Raheem.
You're English guy, isn't you?
Yes.
Right, so of course you did. England love football. Who got them to the final?
Harry Kane?
No.
But it was a white guy. It's got to be Harry
It
Kane.
was Saka and all them got in there. Sterling.
was Saka
No.
and Sterling.
Right. So what happened when the black guys missed the penalty?
Well, it's because they were black.
What happened? What happened?
They were very mean.
They were
Look,
racist.
man, they were straight up racist.
Right, so
it's
that
awful.
shows you how such the
And
white
I would
man
go as far to say it is fucking awful. My
No, but it
use of
shows
fucking
you
is
how
not
a
righteous.
hypocrite the so-called white man is. You could get them and do
No,
all
no,
this.
no, that shows you how hypocritical England is.
Yeah. That
Not
shows
the same.
you we could get you there to the final. It shows you we could get you there to the final.
Okay.
Run our guts out, score all the goals. But when we slip up, no, it's all right. When we slip
No,
up,
I'm going to go otherwise.
Oh no, but I'm asking you. When we slip up,
But I'm
all
gonna
of a
go
sudden,
otherwise.
We're monkeys, we're baboons, we're niggers. There shouldn't be no niggers in the England team. But this is what I'm trying to tell you. It all goes back to this, you see. The blessing. You see the white man, you call yourself English. There's no such thing as biblical. In biblical times, they call themselves English. They was calling, this is who you are. You're Esau.
You still not define that. I don't know what that means.
Esau is a Hebrew word, what means wasted away is he. What do you mean? What do you think's wasted away on you?
You tell me.
Your pigment,
I disagree again.
right? You got your blood show through your skin, right? You got a thing called biblical leprosy, all right? Because when Cain killed Abel, he said, "I'm going to strip your melanin."
So,
right?
I get that you believe something I don't believe, which is
Of
all
course
the
you
Bible.
don't. You don't believe what it is. See, white people, they haven't got no moral compass.
That's not true.
It is true. So
Look.
what do you gauge your moral compass off?
That's a bigger question that I'm
Right,
not going to
I'm asking you that
discuss.
question now before you go. What do you gauge your moral compass on?
A sense of right and wrong that isn't defined
So
by
it's your
race
own.
alone.
It's only what you feel then.
No, no. These are superordinate principles.
We got a moral compass here, 613 laws that tells us.
That
don't
book, by
rape,
the way, was
don't
written by a bunch of white people.
No, it
You
wasn't.
want to watch that?
That's what you lied about. So you're not.
No, it's not.
You're a liar. So
Straight
you're a
up.
liar. White people tells you
No,
you're
no.
liars as well.
Original
no,
version,
no,
maybe.
no, you're a liar. I ain't gonna believe you. Just like you put us in slavery, I'm not gonna believe you. Because you're a bunch of liars, robbers, murderers, crooks, thieves. That's who you are. Come up here with your lies. White man's a goddamn liar and he can't tell the truth because the truth is not in him. You understand? That's why when the Lord comes, we're going to put you in slavery for 1,000 years and then we're going to get rid of your red asses. Because you played your part on the earth of being the devil. Yeah, the deceiver. You deceive. That's all you do on the earth is deceive. Call us black people when I'm brown. Call yourself white people when you're red. But you're the devil the Bible speaks of, and your judgment is coming, it's at hand. And that's what we're reading about. Judgment of the white man is coming. And it says, and the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel, and they called his name Jacob. Jacob is a supplanter. So he got the blessing. We got the blessing. This man's got 3 times to rule, and that's it. He's going into slavery after that. And we're going to rule forever. Righteousness. That's when righteousness is going to be in the earth. When the black man comes back into power. No goddamn lesbians and transgenders and all that madness. How did we all get here? By a father and a mother. So how can it be alright for 2 men to rub a kiss up in a bed of 2 women? It's because you're goddamn wicked. You are the wicked the Bible speaks of. That's why you're going to be moved out of the way. Yeah? You goddamn demon. White man's the devil. That's why the Arabs call him the great Satan. Because he's satanic. Yeah? And it says, the first came out red. This is the white man came out first. And he's going to serve us. Like we're serving him now, he's going to serve us. And the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. That means wasted away. He's pigment. He's got no pigment. That's why he's got to put sunblock on. Yeah? And after came his brother out, and his hand took hold of Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 70 years old when he bore them. The boys grew, and Esau became a cunning hunter. Another characteristic of the white man, right? The white man is a cunning hunter. That's how we know who this white boy is. The Bible told us that he's a cunning hunter, yeah? Who does the hunt? Which man goes out and hunts? So-called white boy. He goes out and hunts, yeah? With his duck whistle and smearing himself with reindeer piss and all fuck. And it says, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field. Who does skydiving? Who does rock climbing? Who can't keep his arse at home? The so-called white man. He can't stay at home. He's all up in other people's business. Rape, robbing and murdering, stealing. This is his modus operandi. He can't help himself. He was created that way, to be a goddamn thief and a robber and a murderer, yeah? And it says, Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field, and Jacob was in his tent, yeah? Right, Keith? You good? Shalom, man. And it says, and Jacob was a plain man, dwelling in tents. That means we chill. You know? That means we just, you know, we chill out. We ain't a violent people, but the white people are violent. That's their modus. They can't help that violent spirit. That's why they got a sword. That's why they deal with weapons. Yeah? That's why they like to shed blood. Yeah? And it says, And Isaac loved Esau. Why? Because he did eat of his venison, but Rebekah loved Jacob. And it goes on to say, and Jacob was making pottage. When it says sod, pottage, that means he was making food. And Esau came from the field. The white man came from the field. Yeah? And he was faint. Right? So it means he was tired. And Esau said to Jacob, because they're brothers, the white man and the black man is brothers. The white man is more closer to us than the African. Okay? That's why the white man hates the black man. Because he's jealous. Because the blessing, we are going to rule forever and they're going to be slaves under us. We went into slavery because we broke the laws. And the white man's going into slavery next. Whether the black woman and black man don't know about it, it's all going to come to it will come to pass in the Bible that we went into slavery. The Bible said we was going to go into slavery under white people. Did that happen? So the Bible says white people are going into slavery under us. It's going to happen. That's why we're in the beginnings of World War III. All this is going to culminate in a white man being put in slavery. Okay? And he deserves it because he's built a society of 400 to 500 years of free labour. How do you feel about that, sir? Free labour.
I didn't hear what you were saying. I'm interested to see what you're talking about.
You see this?
Yep.
Who done this? Who done this to a race of people?
So I think from some of your other signs, you say white people.
Right.
Yeah.
So have we compensated for this?
No, I don't believe so. No.
Right. So would you, if you was in charge, if you was in what's his name? Old blonde hair, blue eyes. What's his name? Boris Johnson.
Yeah.
If you was in his seat and they said, right, we're going to give black people reparations, what would you suggest? If you was in the palace, you're an intelligent blind man. So what would you think? What would you suggest for reparations?
So I honestly don't know enough about the issue to comment.
You don't know enough about slavery?
No, clearly, I do not know enough about slavery.
You don't know. Did you know this?
I believe in equality of races.
Right,
I believe that there is inherent racism in
that
society.
happen?
That absolutely happens.
Did equality happen? Or did the white man?
No,
Right.
we
So
do
all
not
I'm
have-
trying to
And
establish.
there's systemic racism today.
Right, and there's a reason why.
So I entirely agree. I haven't examined the issue enough
Okay,
to say.
right, okay. We've got to realise
Yeah.
there's going to be a payback for this. Because the Bible, you believe in the Bible?
I don't. I've studied the Bible.
Right, you
but,
don't
yeah.
believe it because you're not supposed to, right? But what the Bible says, and it's been coming to pass as we speak, that the black man was going to be put in slavery under his big brother, because contrary to belief, the white man and the black man, we are brothers. We are from the same womb. We come from a black man and a black woman. We come out of a black man's loins. That's why a black man and a black woman can have a white child, but a white man and a white woman can't have a black child. Because you can't take away melanin from someone who ain't got melanin. You understand?
I'm sure you're right. Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
So you're a big brother. You was given the blessing to rule for a dispensation of time. Have you heard of the Greeks?
Yeah.
Alexander the Greek. It's in the Bible as well. Have you heard of the Romans?
Yeah.
Who are the Romans and the Greeks today? What race are they?
So, well, they populated a lot of Europe.
Who are the Greeks and the Romans today? Don't answer where they populated. Who are they? How would I say that man's a Greek and that man's a Roman? How would I?
In terms of the current civilizations, would be modern
Yes.
day.
How would I
Yeah.
know a Greek and a Roman today? They're Europeans.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not hard to finish. They didn't even tell you that. Go to their institutions and tell you that the Greeks were white people and the Romans were white people. So who did they have in slavery?
So I don't know enough about that era.
Right, you wouldn't know. Have you ever watched 12 Years a Slave?
I haven't, I'm afraid. No.
Have you ever watched any slave movies?
Let me think. I don't think I have, if I'm honest.
But you know about slavery.
Yeah.
Right.
So I know it mostly from the perspective of American civil wars.
Not just America, but English.
No, I recognise
The
it.
English had slaves
Yeah.
as well. They benefited
Yeah,
from
absolutely.
slaves. They got a port down in Bristol and
Yeah.
another one in Liverpool.
I lived in Liverpool for many years,
Right, so
I'm
they've got a
aware
slave
it was
port
built
down
on.
there. They've got a slave museum down there.
Yeah.
You go to the museum.
I have been to slave.
Right, see, now we're talking. Now, see? Now it's all coming to light now.
Yeah.
So you do know about it.
No, well,
It's a slave
the thing
museum.
is, I don't want to classed to be an expert in something.
No, I didn't
where-
say
where
he was an expert.
You're clearly here and you've spent more time.
Well, I
educating
didn't
yourself
say
than me.
anything about
No.
expertise.
No.
All I asked you if you know about it.
No,
Okay?
and I'm aware
Right.
history of
Right.
horrible inequality and
And
mystery.
right, but you got to realise.
Because
Have you
they're
heard of a universal principle called karma?
I have, yes.
Do you believe in karma?
No, not on a sort of theological spiritual level,
On any,
but I
on
believe
any,
in,
not theological.
no, I believe if you put good into world, you'll get good back. That's
So
what I believe.
right, so that's a principle.
Yeah.
Now we can take it over to slavery,
Yeah.
right? Because if you believe you can work for something and get it, you get what you work for hard, you get back. It's good, yeah. So the opposite now, when you rape, rob, and murder, the karma is going to be rape, rob, and murder. It's going to come back on you, and this is why we're seeing the signs. Because if you know about ancient Egypt, you see ancient Egypt
Yep.
down here, yeah. The so-called black man was beating the black man. Moses,
Yep.
Joseph, they were all dark-skinned men.
Yep.
And contrary to what they show you now, the Egyptians being white people. Did you know the ones of antiquity are so-called black people?
Oh, absolutely. Well, the
Right.
fact so
The
I was
pharaohs
raised a
and all that.
Catholic, and the fact that Jesus is depicted as a white man is
It's crazy,
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah, agreed.
Right, but why did they do that? Because deception.
yeah.
They wanted everybody who is the greatest man ever to walk the earth? Jesus Christ. Right, he's known as the greatest guy.
Many would say. I would say John Lennon, but never
Yeah, but
mind.
John Lennon-
I'm joking. I'm joking.
I like John Lennon, I like the song.
Yeah, yeah,
Who's
I
that?
know.
Decent.
I know,
That's what
yeah.
it is. Yeah? What I'm trying to say is, black man had black man in slavery, so these are two different nations. But what they did is they grouped us all together and say, let's call them African. Let's call the same people that put the Negroes in slavery, let's call them Africans as well. And let's make the Egyptians white people. Let's make Jesus Christ a white man. Let's make Aristotle. Let's make all the great people, the great characters of the ancient world. Let's make them white people. And William Shakespeare was a black guy.
So I've heard this view, yeah.
Right.
I've heard this
So
view.
if they take
Henry VIII, I
Henry
believe,
VIII
has
is a
also
black
said,
guy,
yeah.
right? Queen Elizabeth I.
So is this belief, forgive me if I get this wrong, is this belief system known as the Nation of Islam? Is that correct?
No, we're not. I'm
Or-
not
no,
Islamic. We are the Hebrew Israelites. You know, you make Cecil B. DeMille. You know, he makes biblical movies of Moses. We are those people. That film should have been a black cast, and when the Romans come in, then it should have been white people. Because you know, Alexander had 4 generals. Can you name them?
I've no idea.
Lacenaeus, Ptolemy, Cassander, and Seleucus.
Okay.
Ptolemy took Egypt when Alexander conquered the whole known world. Okay? And what it was, the white man tells you his blessing is the sword. Your name is Esau. Esau's blessing is the sword. So that's why the Romans and the Greeks had great armies. You couldn't defeat them in warfare. Just like today, you can't beat America. And like since they've got Russia and America fighting now, so it's white on white crime now. Before they were bombing the Arabs, bombing the Africans, but now they've got a formidable adversary. Because what is the common denominator between a Russian man and an American man?
I think you're going to tell me that they're both white skinned.
Right.
Yeah.
So
So I would say American does not necessarily mean white skinned.
No, I'm saying Caucasian. That comes from Johann Blumenbach. I mean Caucasian, brothers of the Caucasus Mountains. Yeah. Right. What I'm trying to say is now, because this happened to us, this slavery. Now he's going to turn the white man against the white man because he needs the payback now for slavery. Slavery's got to be recompensed, whether we believe it or not. Yeah. And that's why you're seeing. Have you heard about the financial problems they're having?
Yeah.
Right. Have you heard about the famines, what America and the food shortages?
Well, we're seeing it here, aren't we?
Thank you. So all this
Yeah.
is happened in ancient Egypt.
Yeah.
Why? Because you had the ancient Egyptians had the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians in slavery. So there's nothing new under the sun. The white man now is the new Pharaoh. They are the new Egyptians. What have you got down on Cleopatra on the page? Cleopatra's leader.
Yeah.
That's from Heliopolis,
Yeah.
Egypt. What has America got called what? The Washington Monument. What is that? An obelisk.
Yeah.
If you go around all these other European countries, they've got obelisks. So what are they monument? What is the monument aspiring? Egypt.
Yeah.
So So what they're showing you is nothing new under the sun. The white man now is the modern day Egyptian, and they got us enslaved because how was the white man's world built? Who do you think? You got a mobile phone in your pocket?
I do, yeah.
Who do you think invented that?
Wait,
Henry Sampson.
Who built? Okay.
Henry Sampson, the black guy.
Okay.
Traffic lights. So you think on that? Derek Morgan, gas mask.
Yeah.
Car engine.
I'm sure you're right.
Patterson, the Patterson
a
car
lot of
company.
this is erased from history. I'm
Right,
sure, yeah.
Thomas Edison, he had black people working for him.
I'm sure,
Lewis
yeah.
Latimer sued him. See the filament in the light bulb?
Yep.
He sued him over that.
Yeah.
Right? Have you ever heard the term Will McCoy?
I have, yeah.
Elijah McCoy, have you ever heard of him?
No.
Because he's a black inventor, and they said, if you haven't got Elijah McCoy's inventions, you ain't got the real McCoy. How about, you ever heard of packet crisps?
The packet of Christmas.
Have you ever had a packet of crisps?
Yeah.
You know when you eat crisps and all that stuff for you, what do they call it?
Crumbs.
Do you know George Crumb is the one who invented crisps, a black guy?
I did not know that.
Yeah, see what I mean?
Yeah,
So what it is, you've got to realise that all what you see in the society is being taken from us.
Yeah.
Because if the slave master owned the slaves and they invented something, who did it belong to?
Well, yeah, you probably said slaves, or it should do.
No. You're what?
Sorry, if the slave master invented something.
No, if the slaves invented something and the slave master owned them, who would it belong to?
Or who does it belong to?
Yes.
Historically, it's belonged to the slave master. Who should it belong to?
No, we're not trying to
Different
shit.
question, I agree.
Right, but we'll get to the point. But that's why you see the white man invented the patent office so he can patent all the so-called slaves. He would pay the money. It got to a stage where he would pay a black man £500, which was loads of money back then. But he knew about the longevity. The outcome would be he would just keep reaping and reaping the benefits. Right? And that's how you built your society off of bar, blood, sweat and tears.
Yeah.
It's slavery. 400 to 500 years of free labour.
Yeah.
And then you got the audacity to call out lazy. There was a cartoon called The Lazy Town.
And anyone who describes any race like that, because of their race, I think is inaccurate.
Okay. Alright, but I agree. But you got to realise the so-called white people are inherently racist. Because it goes back to a blessing, Jacob and Esau. The blessing was that there's going to be a rulership on the planet forever. Right? But the white people got 3 cracks at it. You had the Greeks, the Romans, then you had the rebirth. You know about the Renaissance?
Yeah.
You know what the Renaissance was about?
So I would say it was an artistic culture.
That's what they tell you.
Yeah.
Right, but what it's about?
Tell me what it is.
Well, I'm not going to tell you what. I'm going to tell you what it's about.
Okay.
It's the rebirth of the Roman Empire.
Okay.
Because prior to that, during the Dark Ages, where it's called the Dark Ages, black people ruled. That's where you get the William Shakespeare and all that, the Tudors and all that, the Stuarts and all that. That's where you get the term Schwarz from, what means black. That's where you get